I am here. Hello, Chris. Good evening. You're definitely right. I am just getting ready, uh, and I will be stream. Well, I am streaming, I suppose. I'll be riding in just a sec. Hello, hello, hello. How are we, everyone? Everyone that's here. Just going to be a short stream tonight. This is probably a, I don't know, 10-15 minute time trial, um, and then I'll cool down. So I'll probably be finished by 7 o'clock. So you good folks can get off to your dinner. I don't want to annoy my neighbour too much, you see, because I already Zwift quite a lot. So, and I feel like this is quite unsociable hours to be Zwifting. Anybody else feel like doing a quick time trial? City and Sker, 8.7 kilometers up the climb. So basically downhill and then up the climb and then downhill again. Oh, I did fill up my water bowl. Whoopsie daisy. So, oh, keep forgetting things. Oh, right. The strategy for tonight is going to be FTP until the climb, which is only about, I think it's about 3 minutes maybe. A 3 minute effort to the climb at 280 watts, and then 4.5 watts per kilo on the way up. So I think that might be 350 watts. I'm not too sure. Let's have a look, shall we? 4.5 times 75, 337 watts. So that's what we're going for. And then 280 divided by 75, 3.7 on the flat. What do we reckon? Is that going to be good enough to get the dub? I hope so. I feel like I'm getting further and further away from the desk every time I race. Maybe my bike is moving backwards. I have no idea. I think the concept bike is the best for this. What do you reckon? I feel like a TT bike isn't really necessary for this. This plan might fall apart if your heart rate doesn't cooperate. Yeah, but that's what you got to have, a backup plan, which is keep going no matter what the heart rate says. Yeah, we'll have to see. I'm more worried about my legs, to be honest, than the heart rate. How are you going, Patrick? Having a good weekend? No, what am I talking about? Good weekend. It's bloody Wednesday. Don't know what I'm on about. I'm not very I don't have much experience when it comes to time trialing on Zwift, so I can't really decide what bike to use. I mean, at the minute, there's only 4 people in here, so podium is looking quite likely. Should we look it up? What bike is fastest on the City and Skur? Okay. Specialized Bench, S-Works, Tron. Okay, well, I guess it's the Tron. I assume TT bike is always faster on the flat, but heavier uphill. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. According to this, the Tron bike is the second fastest, and the Specialized Venge S-Works with DT Swiss disc wheels. I don't think I can unlock those just yet, unfortunately. Let's have a look. Specialized, where is it? Specialized. I hate the scrolling system in the garage. It's so fiddly. Oh, I don't have the S-Works. Level 33. Not long. Not long until I can get that. What about the DT Swiss wheels? Okay, it won't even let me check. Whew. It said there was a good 30 people signed up for this, so I'm hoping 30 people join, otherwise it's not going to be a great race. Obviously, you don't race against anyone on Zwift, but I need some more points to get my Zwift power ranking up. Oh, okay, there's only 16 people signed up for it. If anyone's available, get yourselves in this race. Let's make it interesting. God, it's a long conveyor belt, that. Pick the TT bike? Do you reckon? I don't know. I don't know, Jesse. Let's have a look at the course. I feel like there's not enough. It's definitely on Zwift Insider. It's definitely saying to pick a normal bike. So you're saying go shiv disc, right? Jesse's the expert. Where's the old shiv? There it is. Shiv disc, and then what? Aero wheels as well, or lightweight wheels. Caleb agrees with Jesse. Oh, I did not think that. I was even thinking about going Cannondale or gravel. God, I don't have a clue, do I? Let's be honest. Yes, this morning I almost got caught by a guy in front of me before the climb started, with 0.3 watts per kilos less. That's already 15 seconds. Yeah, but then didn't you just destroy him on the climb? I don't know. All I'm really caring about is the power. How long did it take you this morning, Jesse? Just so that I can try and plan my my effort. Because I was saying before, I'm going FTP until the climb, and then 4.5 watts per kilo up the climb. In a race, you definitely should pick gravel, but you don't have the draft now. Yeah, true. Gap got bigger on the climb, but did more watts per kilo there. I did it in 14:42. Okay, so I'll be looking at about, what, 16 minutes? That's a bit longer than I thought it was going to take, to be honest. I'm going to look it up on Zwift Power, see what everyone else is doing. Below 16 is very doable. That's what we'll go for then. Jesse, set the target. This is 4th day in a row racing. So actually no, I didn't race yesterday, did I? I did zone 2. What's this called again? Zwift TT Club or something like that? Yeah, Zwift TT. Oh, it's not coming up. Results, that's why. Here we go. League is all the way at the bottom if you search through there. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Oh wait, we've got to go back up again. Oh, I didn't realise we had to go back up again. Okay, so the guy that won it at 12 o'clock did 15:14. That's what we're going for. To be fair, he did 15:14, but the next person was 15:47, so if we can do 15, that would be ideal. What the hell is VHT and VTTA? Oh mate, I'm never going to be able to... Oh, that's A's. He averaged 4.3 watts per kilo for 15 minutes. The next guy averaged 3.9. Damn, that's impressive. Jeez. Oh, could have our hands full here, boys. So I'm probably gonna have to go a bit faster than FTP on the flat, because my FTP is 3.7. So the winner in my race did 6.2 watts per kilo for 12.3 minutes. That's just different gravy, isn't it? Oh my God, the guy that won it this morning, he's a TT Club fanatic. Look at that. Gold, bronze, gold, 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 silver, 20th, silver, silver, 17th, silver, silver. He's a TT machine. Christ alive. Bloody Davy Brin. 291 FTP at 72 kilos. I shouldn't look at this kind of stuff. I'm scaring myself. Cheers, Mick. Good luck to you as well, mate. I saw you were doing the A's. Just see. You're still doing it. Yeah, Mick's in the A's. Yeah, some TT riders are some different. Yeah. It's a fine art, the old TTing, but that's what I'm going to be doing in the summer, so I thought I'd better practice it. They're a bit longer than this though, they're 20k TTs usually. Or 10 miles, whatever that is. Second to start. Good luck, Mick. Smash it, mate. Oh, I should probably get some snacks or something. Don't know, just in case I need some energy. Think I'll go a bit conservative on the first climbs and then YOLO on the final one. Yeah, I kind of didn't realise there was going to be 2 climbs. Three, yeah. Is there 3? Yeah, good question. I'm on the Shiv disc, Mick. What are you using? How is there 3 climbs? I just looked at the course profile and it only said 2. You go down, up, you go... Wait, I'm so confused. Which doesn't take much, granted. First climb is the lead-in. Yeah, look. On the course profile, there's only 2 climbs. Is that wrong then, what I'm looking at? The lead-in doesn't show on Zwift Power. Ah, okay. But the lead-in counts for your time, I take it. We got 3 backpedalers in here. We got Jonas, myself, Mick. No others. No other takers, unfortunately. You grow right there, right here, and then timer starts after a couple seconds. Okay. So do I sprint out the blocks, try and get up to speed? Or do I just go out of the blocks at FTP? I'm going to sprint because I always think that's the best way of doing it. In the TTTs, I always think we lose a bit of time to the teams that just, you know, go hell for leather. I'm going to keep it conservative though, try and keep the heart rate below 150, so maybe just a 500-watt sprint. God, I'm getting nervous. Way more nervous than for a normal race. I'm going into the unknown here, guys. I've just had a curry as well. So that's proper race fuel in that. Okay, 15 minutes of pain, that's all it is. That's all we've got to deal with, 15 minutes of pain. Don't sprint fully out the pens, do a bit above your target watts to get some speed up. I just go on the floor, mate. It's not my floor anyway. Now I've got vomit-proof matting on the floor. Lovely little courgette jalfrezi. Was alright. Can't complain. Took about 5 minutes to make. You shoot off on these TTs, okay. Well, you get like a little boost. Like you go down a little ramp. Oh yeah, I can see the little things there. I don't know what wattage I'm actually doing right now. For all I know, I've not done any warm-up. Get a little boost, right? That'll be nice. Hopefully it glitches and I get the boost the whole way along the course. Cheers. Cheers, yeah. I'm gonna need it. God, I'm already burping. Oh, nerve-wracking. Come on. Let's do this. 15 minutes, that's all it is. Shortest race I've ever done. Cheers, Andrew. Thanks, Jesse. I'm taking this off very prematurely because I have a feeling I'm not going to need it. Oh. Yeah, I think you're right, William. No, I'm all right, Patrick. Got the sweet sound of the chain. Keeping it nice and steady. Noted, Jesse. I didn't tuck. Oh, this is hard work. What up, Mick? What up, Mick? Go for it, Will. Ah. Oh. Ah. 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 Thanks, guys. Thanks, Andrew. Thanks, Will, Mick, Jesse. Oh. Wow, look at that. 4.5 watts per kilo. Beautiful. Oh. How do I look at the graph? I can't remember. I wasn't quite a 5-minute PB. Close though. Oh. Is that impressive, Mick? I don't know. Oh. Look at that bad boy. I think I did a pretty good positive split on all of those climbs. Probably should have sped up in between. That is brutal. 400 calories burned in 16 minutes. Mine is blue in the bits between. Yeah, but your blue is still doing, 250 watts. So you can afford to do that. Dog's breakfast, yeah. I did see you coming past and your character was out the saddle. So I knew you was going strong, Jonas. When I came past you and you were on the final climb, you were railing it round the corner. 200 watts, yeah. Fair enough. Oh, I didn't actually see where we came. I thought it was 7th, wasn't it? Was it 7th in the Bs? Have a look on my phone. Fourth in the Bs. Jonas came first. I was 12 seconds behind third. I'll take that. Yeah, I pushed quite a bit on the steeper sections. Yeah, I tried to. I was happy with that at the end though. I was pushing 5 watts per kilo for quite a while, which I'll take. Well, it definitely worked. I mean, you won by more than half a minute, Jonas, so you should have just taken it a bit easier. Just had a nice little stroll across the line. Now I've seen that, I definitely want to do it again. The times from Mick and Jonas helps the target. Yeah, it helps having people on the road as well, because I think Jonas was first one out the blocks, or at least one of the first, so he wouldn't have had anyone to chase really, whereas I had 30 guys to chase. Oh. Well, that was alright. Let's do a little 15-minute cool down. Oh, I tried to look at the chat throughout that, and I got glimpses of what you were saying, but my eyes go very fuzzy when I'm in the red. Caught 1 and 2 before the climb. So did you bomb it? Bomb it to the bottom of the first climb? Because I went quite easy. I think. I can't actually remember. Did I go easy? I caught the guy in front of me really early. I lost track of who was who, to be honest, because there was people going past me the other direction, which was changing the leaderboard in front of me, and I just kept the power down. I went FTP to the first climb, but that one came in 1 minute already. Yeah, to be fair, I can imagine most people are just doing that as a leisurely stroll. They just see it as a little 8-kilometer, you know, route rather than a race or a proper time trial. Is this every Wednesday then, this time trial series? Because I think I'd like to do that again. Fourth out of 39. What's that? Top 10%. It's every day. Oh, fair enough. Didn't know that. At 20 minutes past the hour. Oh, right. Okay, so you can do it any time in the week. And then is there like a leaderboard for like the fastest times of the week? Oh, literally, Mick, as soon as I said it, I saw your message appear in the chat. What are the odds? Oh, nice. Well, I'd imagine Jonas is winning. Yeah, I've already missed the... I did notice that it said week 2. Good little workout though. If you've only got 20 minutes or less, just make sure you get a good warm-up in. Last week was a short race. It's much longer each week. Oh, right, that's cool. Yeah, as I said, and in the summer I'm going to be doing some time trials in real life, but I think they're between 10 miles and 22 kilometers, and then I think there might be a 40-kilometer time trial as well. All right. Well, yeah, I'm definitely going to keep an eye out for it. To be honest, normally I just look at how many people are in the race, and if there's lots of people in it, I join it. The only reason I joined this one is because I had Mick and you, Jonas, in there, so I could see that someone was in there. I got a 28-kilometer TT in Brazil, or April. I could have done a team time trial, but my bike isn't really good enough. I feel like I'd just slow people down. or my bike handling skills for that matter. Yeah, good idea, Mick. You got to be real careful if you're you know, pacing a 28-kilometer time trial, because you know, in an 8-kilometer time trial you can bonk and make it to the end, but 20-kilometer, it's pushing it a bit. How did Scott get on in his crit? Did anyone know? Anyone see it? I didn't catch the end. He looked like he was holding the front group in the first lap, but that doesn't mean much in Crit City, unfortunately. Oh, I've been moved down to to 5th. I'll take it. I watched 1 min and he got dropped. Oh, yeah, he's going through it at the minute, and he just needs to get some form under his legs. It's good that he's just, you know, still turning up, because he could have easily just gone, oh well, I'll just race in the seas. But fair enough. He's got plenty of time to get his fitness back. He still managed to hit a 1700 watt sprint, which is mind-boggling. When I did my Zone 2 ride on here the other day, the cycling tattooist was on here. I was riding with him. I just saw him come up on the side of the thing and I was like, I know that guy. That's Thomas Martinez. So I rode with him for a bit. If you're not feeling it, you should do Zone 2. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. But the problem is, when you make YouTube videos and live stream, you always feel like you should race. I get that a lot. I feel like if I'm not racing, it's a bit boring. Which it definitely is. How's it going, Lee? You just missed the time trial, mate, so you'll have to go back and have a look. It was probably the deepest I've gone. I say that every race, but that was hard work. 4.3 watts per kilo, 320 watts for 15 minutes, for 15 and a half minutes, 320 watts. Let's refresh it. Let's see if I'm still in 5th. Yeah, I'm still in 5th. Let's go. And there's still at least 10 people left on the course, so thanks Lee. Yeah, it's a different kind of effort, that TT. If you haven't done it, Lee, you should give it a go. Hard work. Jonas smashed it. He came first. He averaged 345 watts for 14 and a half minutes. It's ridiculous. That's A numbers. Oh. Especially with 3 climbs, yeah. Yeah, the climbs. To be fair, I think the climbs kind of play into my favour a little bit. I'll have a look on Zwift Power now, but I reckon I can't be the heaviest. I'm probably on the lighter end, I would have thought. Right, let's have a look. It's good time trialing because it's just you versus you, isn't it? Oh, it's a power PB. Look at that. 2 races in a row. 2 days in a row. Oh no, sorry. That was Monday, wasn't it? 5-minute PB on Monday, 5-minute PB Wednesday. We'll take it. Mick, you came second, mate. According to this. Unless it's not updated. I'm 5th, there I am. Why does it say I'm a senior? What does senior mean? Is that just normal? Everyone's over 50 apparently. Let's compare me and Jonas. No, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, Jonas is almost an A. So am I a senior now? Because I'm 23. That's unfortunate. Where's Jonas? There he is. Let's compare our power. Let's chuck Mick in there as well for a giggle. So watts wise, I'm just way below, which is brilliant. That's what you want to see. It's these spindly little legs, boys. I can't put out any more watts than that. Senior is just adult. Yeah, I just realised that. I'm just used to being a junior. Well, three good-looking graphs. We all kicked it up at the end there. Is that normal for time trialing to have that little dip and then get faster at 13 minutes than you were at 10? No longer a young'un. Yeah, nipper. We call them nippers where I live. That's with Nipper, by the way. Just in case the microphone didn't pick that up. When did you start cycling? When did I start cycling? Let's have a look. I made a YouTube video about it, I'm pretty sure. I stopped let's actually no, we'll go on Zwift Power. What am I doing? It'll be on Zwift Power, won't it? That one. Let's have a look. To be honest, Mick, I think it's just because this is the longest by far that I've been on the bike. September is when I started riding with back pedal, and I haven't stopped since really, and that's the reason why. So yeah, look, these are all my D races. Where's my first? Yeah, here we go. So this is where I came back. So yeah, it goes from the 3rd, 4th, and then 6th. So I had a couple months off there, and then yeah, when I started doing ZRL, which was September, and then I've not really stopped since then. But my first ever race was 2021. Look at that. 1.4 watts per kilo, 23 kilometers. We've come a long way, boys. And basically, yeah, if you look at my weight, look, I was 94 kilos there, and I've just slowly come down. I put my weight up to 161 there for a YouTube video, and yeah, I've just slowly come down basically. I remember this little run here where I went bronze, gold, silver, bronze, and then I was hooked. I was absolutely hooked after that. And then I stopped. But then I started again and did the ZRL, which was a punch in the face because that is hard. But yeah, I've only just done 100 races, which isn't much, considering I race like 3 times a week. I've only done, what, less than 20 B races? It's all on YouTube, Will. It's all there to see. I pretty much started making YouTube videos as soon as I started riding. But yeah, recently I've been on a bit of a tear, I can't lie. That's the aim, Mick. I want to get to 4 watts per kilo for the summer. And then when I finish uni, hopefully I can give cycling a bit more time. Because at the minute I'm still only doing less than 7 hours a week cycling, which I don't know. Is that a lot? What do you guys do? Let's have a look on my Strava. This week I've done 3 hours. Last week I did 5.5, 5.5, 6.5, 8, 5.5, 4, 9, 7. So nothing crazy. I do 6 to 10. Yeah, I'd love to be able to do 10. I'd love to be able to do 6. I don't get above 6 that often. If I do, it's usually because I sit on turbo for ages on a Sunday. Well, I say ages, for like 2 hours. That gets my time up. But it's because if I spend too long on Zwift, I feel like I should be doing uni work, and then I get, don't know, it just messes with my head. I feel like I'm, not wasting my time, but I feel guilty. I'm at 8, but mostly it's just 7. Yeah, I feel like that's. I mean, I'm still getting tons of progress, as you guys said, just from doing 5 to 7 hours a week. And then in the summer, when the days get longer, you can just fit more in, can't you? Mick, you're reading my mind this evening, I swear. Because in the summer, I don't do rides less than 2 hours, but I rarely do rides at 2 hours indoors. I just can't stand it. Looking at this wall, I can't do it. I can put a film on I'm really interested in. I just cannot be asked. That's why I live stream, because if I don't talk to someone, go bonkers. I just realised you're looking at a spreadsheet. Whoops. But yeah, I'm hoping to do at least an IRL time trial series on the island. That'll be good. Good videos for that. But then I've got to do my 100-mile ride, so 170 kilometers. I've done a 100k ride. I also want to do the NC 500. That'll be quite nice. If anyone wants to do that, maybe we could get a backpedal NC 500 crew together. Bit of bike packing. Hopefully we have a. Last time I was in, well, I went to Scotland last year on a uni school trip, and it was like 30 degrees. It was like we were in Spain. It was lovely. I think we caught it at the perfect time. Who's this? Who's following me? Whoa, I didn't know you could do that. I'm a bit of a freak and can listen to music, zone out in my head, and regularly do 3+ hour indoor rides. Yeah, that is crazy, William. You see, I'm the opposite. I have to keep, my brain just doesn't shut off. I have to keep doing things. Like, I'll be laying in bed at 10 o'clock at night, thinking about work, thinking about YouTube videos, thinking about, like, I don't know. I went for a stage where I used to do poetry in my sleep. And I'm not making this up. I used to wake up and have like a line in my head, and I'd have to write it down in my phone, and I'd go back the next day, and I was writing things that rhymed. Really weird. I've got an overactive brain, I think. I mostly do 10 to 20-minute warm-up, 30-minute race, then just do 1 hour. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do as well. So doing back-to-back races just to get more fatigue in, so that each time I get on the bike I'm doing an hour and a half. So then if I get on 4 times, that's my 6 hours without having to do a long ride. Yeah, races are where it's at. That time trial though, I've not done that before. That's a nice little workout. I quite enjoyed it. Next minute, you've done 100 kilometers and you've not drunk any water. You fall off the bike. No, I can't do that. I'm like a Springer Spaniel. I just on the move. Just want to do the next thing. They do. That's what I'll show you on my Zwift Power. Actually, I made a YouTube video about it because. Sorry, my free hub is so loud. If I go back to, where is it? Here. So see here, I'm averaging 2.3. I'm just a borderline C, and I'm averaging between 2.2 and 2.5 watts. And then I come back. So this is the 6th of the 6th. So what's that? July. After doing loads of like centuries outdoors with my mates, and I hit 3 watts per kilo out of nowhere. Then I come back and I can't do it again, because I'd basically just been doing loads of endurance rides with my friend. I did like between 60 and 120 kilometer rides, and I come back and get bloody disqualified, don't I? Oh, you probably can't see that actually. Yeah, here, where my cursor is, but the endurance rides definitely work. It was a good time trial, Chris. How did you get on? Was that your mountain goats race, was it? I enjoy the pain, Jonas. I actually do. I like it. I get a good sense of achievement out of it. What also helps is doing really short morning workout, 30 to 45 minutes, and then do something in the evening. Yeah, it's a good idea. I get, I've got this new philosophy that I've made up yesterday, where I do like loads of walking. So I walk the dog at least six and a half, 8 kilometers a day. So that's a good hour and a half to 2 hours walking, and and then I also commute by walking, which is another about 4 kilometer walk. So I always do about 15,000 steps a day, and I think that's why I'm able to do this high intensity cycling, because my legs are getting the endurance like sort of training from the walking, if that makes sense. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Chris got 23rd out of 59. That's good stuff, mate. Top half. Take that. You'll be getting into the top. Oh wait, 23rd. That might, yeah, almost top third. You'll be getting into the top 15 in no time, Chris. How did you unleash that 1,000-watt sprint? I don't know what I did to my map in the top right corner. Did you do other sports before as a kid? Yeah, I was very sporty. So I did. I was actually for the last. All right, I'll give you a quick synopsis, Mick. I played cricket from the age 7 to 18 at a high level, and then because of that, I was always in the gym and like working on my fitness. I was probably one of the fittest players there was at any level of the game, just because I worked on it from such a young age. Like I remember I was probably about 10, and I was smashing out push-ups, sit-ups, and chin-ups, and I got a gym membership at 15, and I didn't cancel that gym membership till I was 20 because of lockdown, and then I got into cycling. So I was a big gym rat, which is why I was 105 kilos. I'll show you a picture of what I used to look like. I was an absolute unit, not a skinny little runt like I am now. I don't use Instagram anymore. Let's have a look. I can't believe I posted a picture like this. It's so douchey, but I'll show it to you. Give you a picture. Look at the size of that man. Look at that arm. I was 18 there, and I weighed about 88 kilos, and then I got up to 105 kilos, so I was much bigger than that. I used to hit the ball a long bloody way. And then obviously I trained legs as well, which probably helps with my my sprint. But yeah, there's a video there of me bench pressing some wheels at 17 years old. Let's have a look. This is a throwback. This is so embarrassing. I can't believe I uploaded this, but you got to start somewhere. The guy that owns the gym, checking, seeing what I'm doing. Yeah, it does look like the Zwift avatar when you're 100 kilos. But I was obsessed. The same way I am now, I suppose. That's 110 kilos for one, because I think I fail it. Yeah. I think I got my bench press up to 135 for reps. I was in the university powerlifting team. So I squatted 170 for 4, I think was my personal best. And I deadlifted, my deadlift wasn't as strong as my squat, but I deadlifted 165 for like, yeah, maybe 5 or 6. So I think that's where I get my my watts from. It's just my aerobic is it aerobic? You know, your lungs and stuff. I get that from playing sport. Uh, to be fair, what happened was I just lockdown happened and I couldn't go to the gym. And I remember I was like, to be fair, I was pretty depressed because I just couldn't train and like I'd worked so hard to look that way and I wanted to compete and I thought I was going to be a professional bodybuilder and all this stuff. And then when I couldn't go to the gym, it was like a massive like shock. And then I sort of, after a couple of weeks, I sort of realised that like it's actually just more fun not going to the gym. I was like, I don't have to spend hours in the gym. I don't have to do, at the time, I thought I don't have to do cardio to lose weight and like look good, and I don't have to eat 4,000 calories a day. You know, I don't have to struggle up the stairs because I weigh 105 kilos. And then I think it was, who was it? Who's the guy, the really tall guy on YouTube that fell off his bike in lockdown and then got really famous? Oh, I can't remember what his name is now. Mark Lewis. I watched Mark Lewis on Zwift and I just thought I need something competitive to get into because I'd always been competitive in sport. And that's what I just needed something. I just needed a competitive outlet. So I got on Zwift. I managed 3.5 watts per kilo for an hour and 2 minutes. Jeez, that's a strong effort, Chris. I wouldn't even get close to that. You need to do outdoors. You'd be up there in about, don't know, 50 minutes, something ridiculous. But yeah, now I'm the complete opposite. Now I'm trying to get down to 72 kilos, which is 33 kilos less than 2 years ago. Sounds like a solid base, strong muscles, but got the weight down already. Yeah, well, the weight thing's interesting, isn't it? Because I don't really know how I've like just been so consistently. Because every time I sort of got to my new goal, so when I was 95, I was like 90, 85, 80, 75. But each time I was like, surely this is going to get hard at some point, and I'm going to actually have to like, you know, think about what I'm eating. Stop eating a whole bag of Maltesers in the evening, that kind of thing. But I genuinely don't have to think about what I'm eating, and the weight just comes off. Don't get me wrong. If I get stupid with it and, you know, generally eat too much, I will put on weight. But as cyclists, we do so much output, it's almost hard to eat back the amount of calories. I burnt 400 calories in 15 minutes just then, you know, which is half of my dinner gone. And then I don't usually eat after I get off the bike in the evening. I tend to front load my food. So I wake up proper hungry, have breakfast, have lunch at 12, dinner at 5. So I don't really get hungry in the evenings. That's what I like about Zwift being competitive. I lost that with losing my sight, so I couldn't run or bike outside. Yeah, and I think that's the thing with Zwift. It's almost saved cycling because there's such a few amount of people that are willing to go outside in the winter. And I think it's such a expensive sport just to do in the summer. You know, you're not going to spend £2,000 on a bicycle that's going to rust in your garage over winter, but you can stick it on the turbo and get going. When's your next visit to the velodrome, Lee? Are you getting up there at some point? Probably have a. I can't see what that says. Probably have a healthy feel for how much your body needs from being active so long. Yeah, definitely. So what I noticed from my bodybuilding days was that I was cooking chicken, and like I knew about carbs, protein, fat. I knew about that stuff from 15 years old, So like I think I'm pretty good at sort of measuring that kind of thing. Obviously it's a bit different because now I don't really think about protein, I only really think about carbs. March 3rd, I think. Saw the physio today. She gave me the go. Oh, that's awesome. So how long was it? How long were you out for with the collarbone? Was it? I think you said it was 6 weeks, and that was about 3 weeks ago, I think now, wasn't it? It's been a good long old time. You've had plenty of time to get that FTP up, Lee. Your partner will be wondering what's happened. What's happened to Lee's? Bloody 20 watts stronger than he was last time. I'll tell you what, the neighbour over there, it must be an absolute saint, because I honestly, it must sound like there's a train going through this terrace, because he's right there. And when I put down watts, the vibration through the floor must be mad. And he's never said a word, so what a legend. Maybe I'll get him some flowers. End of November when I broke it, so 6 weeks off the bike. Yeah. And hopefully you last more than one session this time, Lee. I have two things under the trainer. I have a thick yoga mat, so I think it's 22 mil yoga mat, which is really thick, not a normal one. And then those cheap gym matting things, I think they're like a £5. So yeah, I've got those, but the problem is my house is old as hell. This house was built in 1875, I think, or something like that. So it's a proper old cottage, and I think the beams run through the wall. So yeah, but the walls are pretty thick. Like the actual stone is proper thick. So I don't know. Hopefully it's not too loud, but I'm just a nice neighbour, so I try not to do it. Actually, I don't try not to do it. I just think about what I'm doing when I do it. A solid house. Yeah, apart from the old damp up in that corner. I don't know if you were here for that, Chris, but some of the OGs will know the story about this room. The bloody dampest room in the world. It's so damp, in fact, that mould cannot spawn because it's just too wet. I had some complaints in my previous house when I did low cadence. Yeah, I do the same thing. I don't know what is it. The flywheel in the oh no, yeah, I don't know what it is, but yeah, it does create a rumbling when you do low cadence. I bet that's from all the exercise. No, it's not. It's our roof doesn't have any insulation. So when it's cold outside, it condensates and drops onto the ceiling in this room, and it just does not dry. It's just soaking wet. If I go into the loft hatch, there'll be all of the ceiling will have droplets of water on it. There won't be an inch of it that doesn't have a drop of water. Thanks, Mick. I appreciate it, mate. I'll catch you again in the week, I'm sure. I mean, I've got a dehumidifier right there, Chris, and I chuck that on just because you don't want like that sweaty moisture on the walls, really, because it makes things smell. So whack that on for half an hour when I get off the bike and keeps the room nice and fresh. It doesn't get rid of the moisture in the wall though, unfortunately. But yeah, this is our master bedroom, so this is quite a big room, and then obviously it's my office. But in the summer we'll be moving back in here just because it's cooler in here. Do you rent? Speak to the landlord. Yeah, we do rent, So we contacted the letting agent, and he got a builder around, and the builder said, yeah, this is what we need to do. We need to insulate, and we need to also put the moisture barrier up because it doesn't have one. And basically, the lady who owns the house, she lives in London, and she's never seen the house. She's never stepped foot on it, in it, and she won't do it. She won't pay out the money to get it done, unfortunately. So it's like one of those things where the letting agent wants it to be done because, you know, he knows me and I'm living here and he can see what the problem is, but the landlady won't pay out. You know, it is what it is. It is a health hazard, a health hazard, Chris. My missus has, she has asthma, and for about 4 years, I reckon, for the 4 years we were together before we moved into this house, she never used her inhaler, and then this winter, she's had to use it about 3 or 4 times a day. So it is making a big difference to her. God knows what it's doing to me, because I'm obviously doing bloody VO2 max efforts in this moist room. But you know, you get what you pay for. Unfortunately, it's cheap as chips in a perfect location. So you know, and because it's so cheap, we're actually able to sort of save a lot more money, and we'll be buying a house by this time next year. Sue them? Yeah, well, it's not as simple as that, because the problem is she already had asthma, and like, it's so hard to prove. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's such a hard thing to prove. And like, also the problem is, because it's so moist, the mold isn't actually spawning, but the room is just moist. Like, the air in here is thick. It's like got a lot of water in it. Like, if we leave the dehumidifier, we can get a pint of water out of it in about a morning. Even in expensive houses, apartments, you get the same type of landlords. Yeah, I know. The problem is, she wants to make a profit before she invests money in the property, because she bought it and we're her first tenants. So she's put down, you know, a deposit. She might have bought it, you know, outright. I'm not sure. She's a doctor. She's probably minted. But because we've only lived here for 7 months, you know, in her head, she's saying, well, why would I pay out 800 quid when I've only made a couple hundred quid in profit, you know? So, which is not how it should work, to be honest, because if she treated us right, you know, we could stay here for years, because it's such a good location, and it's the perfect size, because I don't have to clean much, and yeah, the location's good. So yeah, you say it's a lot of water, Chris. When we showed the builder the water tank in the dehumidifier, he was like, oh, has that been on all week? And we were like, no, that's this morning. And he was like, you're joking, because it had filled up the water tank a good couple inches in just a couple of hours. I know, Chris, but unfortunately, anyone can own property, you know, and the problem is that being a landlord isn't like running a normal business. You know, it's about building relationships and stuff, and it's a two-way relationship. We look after the place, we're good tenants, we pay our rent in full every month, and she kind of failed at the first hurdle, unfortunately. And our boiler broke on Christmas Eve, which was a bloody nightmare when it was -2 degrees. Luckily it was Christmas, which is the opposite of what most people would say. But because it was Christmas, we were actually staying at families' houses all the time, so it wasn't really the end of the world, but still not ideal. Yeah, we're saving for our deposit now. Well, my missus is saving for a deposit. I can't really save much because I'm a student. So I pretty much live to zero every month. Although saying that, I got the money for the GoPro, so I'll be looking for one of those. Yeah, I've got to try and buy one of them. I'm trying to buy one that's like kind of new. Like I don't want to get an old one and then in a couple of years it's crap. So I'm trying to get a new one, and then I've got some good videos planned for that. I want to go to the team time trial event that's near me and have a look at some people's bikes. Houses are so expensive. Yeah, they are. They definitely are, Chris, but unfortunately they're only ever going to go one way, and it's right and up. It is. It's fantastically. I didn't think we'd get there that quickly, to be honest. And I'm also getting a tax refund this month because for some reason HMRC thought I had 2 jobs, so they were taxing me an extortionate amount of money for no reason, even though I don't even meet the threshold, which is not ideal. So that'll go towards a new bike in the summer. Any news on it? Well, Chris, you just read my mind there, mate. Sounds about right. Yeah. I mean, it was my fault. I was just paying it, and I just assumed that I'd get a refund in April. But then I thought about it, and I was like, that money is just depreciating because it's not in it's not even in a bank account, is it? You know, they're not going to give me interest on that money, so I thought I'd better claim it back now and stick it in at least I think the standard accounts are 3% now, which is nice. Not seeing interest like that since I was about 4. No, not 4, 10. Yeah, so but yeah, no, I am looking out for bikes, Chris. I saw a really nice Cervelo S3 with carbon wheels. I'm trying to avoid Di2. I just want a mechanical group set, just to basically keep it simple. They may not let you film. Another UK YouTuber tried to film his race. They said no. Yeah, that is a problem, Patrick, but I think it'll be all right. I think it'll be all right. And if I can't film it, I've got loads of other ideas anyway. To be honest, Patrick, I could just film it and get disqualified. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm not trying to be a professional. I'm trying to make videos, trying to have fun. So if I film it and they say delete it, well, I mean, if they said delete it, then I might have a problem. But I don't know. Mechanical Ultegra is the way to go. Yeah, that's what I'm looking out for. But the problem is a lot of bikes that are on the second-hand market are that first generation Di2. So the frame is really nice, but I just don't want first or second generation Di2 where the battery sits, you know, on the handlebars. I've just people have told me to stay clear, and I'm just getting my head around the mechanical group sets now, so I'd rather stick with what I know. Yeah, cheers, Lee. Good luck. I'll definitely see you before the 3rd of March, but yeah, I'll probably see you on Friday if you're around. Don't know what we'll be doing. Probably find something interesting to do. Thank you for joining again, Lee. Legend. Oh. This cooldown's gone a bit longer than I thought it would. Just you guys bloody yapping away at me. I'm joking. That's just what my mum says. You guys chatting away and time's flown by. 35 minutes. I was supposed to get off at 7. Right. Yeah, I've got 2 minutes. I'll get up at 7:30. Half an hour late. It's not the end of the world. And then I've got uni work to do. Oh, kill me off. Got a presentation next week. Got to go get in the shower now, cool down, see you again soon. Yeah, cheers, Chris. Well done on your race, mate. Top 30. It's good stuff. I'm sure we'll race against each other soon. By the sounds of it, it'll be competitive with your 1,000 watt sprint and 3.5 watt per kilo FTP. What's Patrick said now? The excuse, they use safety. They said, what if the camera falls off the bike? That's a bit of a weak excuse if you ask me, Patrick. What if the camera is on you? You know? I don't know. I saw they let you record the hill climb races, don't they? Which I'd like to do next September. Try and beat Ed Laverack. I'm obviously joking, but race against him would be cool. I managed 1,029 watts yesterday. Got my badge on Zwift. Hey, that's awesome, mate. Well done. I didn't hit any high watts today. I think max watts was 500. But in the time trial, that's the best I can do, I'm afraid. I didn't have any legs to do a sprint. You're helping me. I'm doing boring trainer road workout. Watching you makes me feel like I'm on Zwift. Yeah. Just that's what people do. They like when I upload those longer videos. I've realised that's what people do. They stick them on when they're doing zone 2 or something, and they just watch the whole thing. Even if there's no commentary on it, which I thought was interesting. I never thought about doing that. I always just have them on in the background when I'm watching or eating dinner or something. Oh, I'm afraid, Patrick, you're going to have to be on your own from now, because I'm going to end the stream. It seems a shame to end the stream when there's 8 people sat here watching, but I'm stinky and I need a shower. So, a needs must, I'm afraid. Good luck with your training session, Patrick. Hopefully you've not got too long left. Right, let's end that ride. Should we have a look at the timeline? It'll be a very... Oh, weekly goal met. Nice. I like to do that on a Wednesday. Nice. That's what we like to see. 200 calories burnt. Bob's your uncle. I won't bother uploading that to the club, otherwise it'll just get full of crap. Right, adios people. I'm going to call it an evening. Oh, we're not watching that video again. See you later. I am still here, as always, picking up the stragglers. Patrick's on Netflix. Have fun, mate. Keep pushing hard.